Well, good morning. Got my help out here. We're ready to get to work. I know one thing I'm going to have to quit doing. Drinking a can of Mountain Dew when I go to a tractor club meeting at night. I guess. Maybe a can of Mountain Dew when I go to an auction sale in the morning, but I'm going to have to give it up at night. I'm a little sluggish. Oh, anyhow, looky here. Got the head back on. So that means we're going to get some things done today, I think. Might even possibly have to get this thing running. But I doubt it, but we'll try. Okay, I better get to work. Oh, I finally got some of that cleaning stuff. I sprayed the head off and the top of the cylinders and everything and made it nice and pretty, shiny, just like everybody else does. I should have sprayed some on that governor before I put it in and made it look pretty, but I don't know, that oil's just about as good. Alright. Yeah, I had to pull pretty hard on that little short snap-on torque wrench. So I got out the big one. Didn't have to pull near so hard. But I don't know. Picking that thing up might have been about the same difference. Alright, I better get back to busy. Yeah, I got the valves put together. The rocker arms, and got them all adjusted. Pretty much. Might have to run a little bit, see if it needs readjusted. Got the water pipe put together. I just got the old rusty clutch put back in. That M-Farm all clutch plate. Looks just about like the rest of them. Done a little wire brushing on the flywheel. It cleaned up pretty decent. And alright, now I gotta put that big cover plate on, see if I can get it on there. Yeah, look at there, got it all back together. The engine all back together, the clutch all back together. Except gotta find a sediment bowl gasket, or make one. And I gotta clean the carburetor and put it on. And then I'll try it. Well, I gotta put some clean oil in it tomorrow. And maybe I'll check the gas tank out, see how much dirt's in it. And I had to make a piece for it today. After I got the clutch back together, the clutch linkage was too short, and the adjustment was awful rusty and old. It broke off, so I had to make a new adjusting rod. But I think it'll work until maybe we'll have to make something else. Alright, that's about what I did today. I am awful tired today. Alright, that's all. Morning. I got back together and I had second thoughts. Well, part of it I was intending on doing anyhow, but I had second thoughts. I'm going to tear it apart again. I'll show you what. And I don't know, probably some of you watched my video and said, hey, that dummy, can't do that, or you got to change something. Anyhow, well, I poured the oil in up there in the oil place. I'll go around the other side. Put the oil in there, and it runs down around the timing gears. And near as I can tell, the only way the oil gets into the oil pan, I haven't checked it out for sure, but it looks like the way the oil gets into the oil pan, it's got to run through the front ball bearing there. So that means all that dirt and rust and junk I had on them gears is either going to have to go through that ball bearing or get piled up on the other side of it and plug it up. And that wouldn't be any good. And I was going to take the oil pan off anyhow. That was my intentions. So I got it off. I know that I need to clean the oil pan and scrape the rust out of the inside of the block and the crankcase. But the oil pan, well, the sun's shining there, so we'll get around on the other side. Oh, it's just a little bit of, oh, that wouldn't hurt much. I guess a good dose of detergent motor oil would clean that out in time. That ought to clean up pretty good. So anyhow, in the oil, whatever you call them, where the dippers dip the oil for the main rod bearings, that's something else I was going to do anyhow, is check. Oh, alright, I'll have to go around there to look. But I have to check the dippers to make sure that they're not plugged up or anything. Alright, that's what I'm up to now. Oil pan won't be no big deal cleaning. But cleaning out that timing cover, it means I'm going to have to take the hood and the steering back off, take the radiator off, take the hand crank off. The hardest part will be taking that pin that the hand crank fits on, getting that out, pulling the pulley, the motor mount, take all that off, and then clean it out. And probably need a front crank seal or felt or whatever it happens to be. Alright, that's what I'm up to now. So it'll be another day or two before I get this thing running. Well, I'm still at it. Hadn't done much today. I took the oil pan off. I had that off this morning. Anyhow, I got it cleaned out. Looks nice and clean, decent enough. Got some Permatex on there to seal up against the old gasket. And somebody there on YouTube wanted to know if ever been a rod or anything with the hydraulic jack and the chain around the thing. Well, I've never been a rod. Looks like I could put some dents in the oil pan though. Well, I guess, yeah, it won't hurt nothing, I reckon. Well, anyhow, I decided to take my chances. When I had the oil pan off, I seen there at the front of the engine, underneath the main bearing, there's a drain hole for the timing gears, where the oil runs back down into the oil pan. And, anyhow, about 6-8 times, I think, I drained the oil out of the tractor into a bucket. There's the old oil. And then I'd pour it back in the tractor and flush the gears off and everything. I didn't know I was flushing them off that good, but I poured it in that fast and shooting with air and everything. I figure I got most of the dirt out. If not, we'll find out later. But every time I'd pour that oil through, there'd be a handful of rust in the bottom of the bucket. First time it was about a cupful in the bottom, and every time it kept getting less, and the last time was hardly any in it, so I think I got most of the chunks of rust flushed out of there. And today, this afternoon, I was in there going around the inside of the crankcase with a wire brush, knocking off some of that loose stuff that was still remaining, and got it pretty well cleaned out. check oil dippers. They look nice and clean. Nothing plugged up on them. So I guess I put the oil pan on, and then I'll have to clean the carburetor, put it on, find me a sediment bowl gasket, and I don't know, might have it running one of these days. Alright, that's enough for now. Alright, everything's back together. Got gas in it, oil in it, new filter. I thought a new filter might be a good idea with all that dirty, rusty stuff that was in there. And I even had to go to town and buy some new parts for this thing. Got a new oil filter, a sediment bowl gasket, and a little bit of gasoline. Gee, now I got $300 in this thing, and I ain't even heard it run yet. Well, it's time to try it. We'll let you know what happens, if anything.